Today I'm going to move you through a shorter Yin Yoga sequence. Yin Yoga is like a little pocket, a little window of time in the middle of your day that allows you to stop and come in and breathe and receive a deep and nourishing stretch to the body. So we're going to start our journey in Child's Pose. So if Child's Pose isn't right for you for any reason, please do feel to lay down onto your back into just a normal Shavasana pose, so just laying flat in a comfortable position. You can have a blanket underneath you for comfort and just taking the head down towards the floor. So your head may comfortably reach the floor, or you may need to rest your head into hands or fists. You can even place a block or a cushion under the head if you need to. And just choose your favourite kind of child's pose. So maybe arms just relaxed out in front of you. Or maybe you prefer to have your arms behind you with the outer arms just rolling down towards the floor as you let go of the shoulders and the shoulder blades. We're just going to take a minute here just to allow ourselves to arrive within the practice. So breathing in and out through the nose. Allow your body to soften. Each time you breathe out, just feel that body getting a little bit heavier. As if the bones are heavy and they're sinking towards the floor. Allow your face to soften, jaw to relax, and throat muscles to relax. Just taking a few moments here to soften any tension in the body that no longer needs to be there. Just letting it start to melt away. We're just starting to arrive a little bit more. Feel the feeling of the body. Notice the feeling of the breath. You may start to notice the feeling of the front of the body just gently pressing against the tops of the thighs as you breathe. So you're really starting to pull your attention into the present moment, into the here and now. So you're conscious as your body continues to relax here. You can feel the feeling of the body letting go with each breath out. And just taking a few more breaths here. Conscious breaths, feeling each rise and each fall. Maybe just taking a deeper breath before we begin, in through the nose all the way up to the top. And all the way out down to the end. Just slowly lift the head from the mat, taking the palms down to the floor, just rolling that spine slowly, slowly back up. There's no rush. So take your time and just keep tuning in. Feel the floor beneath you, feel the clothes move against your skin, feel your breath come and go. And we'll come into our first posture. So just sitting to the side, taking the legs around in front of you. And we're just going to take the legs into a cross-legged position. So whatever your cross-legged position looks like, you can sit up onto a cushion, or maybe you're using a block, that's fine too. If this is a really tough position for your body to be in. So we're just going to very simply crawl the hands forwards. So this might be enough for you. In Yin, we take a very gentle edge. We don't have to be pushing into the body so hard. So a little bit more kind of compassionate and gentle in the edges that we choose. You can soften your shoulders away from your ears, keep the face soft and the breath smooth. Maybe you want to crawl a little bit more. And you can really just come down as far as you want to or need to. So that may be very comfortable. You may come all the way down. Your head may be resting into the floor. And I'm just going to give you an option here to use blocks, cushions, whatever you're working with, to create a little ledge to rest into if you want to. So you can give your body a little bit of support. It might be the arms, or that might be resting the head too. A Yin Yoga session is like hitting the pause button. So as you close your eyes, I want you to just check back in with your body. And just start to become aware of the feeling of all of the different parts of your body. And you can start to feel into muscles, tissues. So you're going deeper into the body with your awareness, your attention. And start to become aware of not just the obvious sensations and experiences, but the more subtle experiences that you're having in your body. There's that feeling of stretch and a feeling of breath coming and going. We can feel the breath, we can hear it. And within the muscles there are maybe some areas that are obviously gripping. But then there are those more subtle areas. They're a little bit harder to notice, so we have to linger and be quite attentive. You can continue to invite your body to release and relax. Just a little bit with each breath. So all of our postures today will hold for between 3 and 5 minutes. Except for this one, we're just doing a minute on each side. So I'm going to ask you to just very slowly, softly, mindfully move back up into an upright seated position. And I want you to just cross your legs around in the other direction. So just leaning back onto your fingertips and cross them over. So you may be leaning forwards into cushions. You may be just leaning onto fingertips. You may well find that this side feels really different, and it certainly does for me this morning, or today. You may well find that this side feels very different to the other side, and that's very normal. So you might find yourself taking a slightly different version of this posture. So you can come as far forward as feels just right for you. There's no real set way to do any of these postures. You can just kind of tweak little angles, positions, tweak the way you're using the props so that you kind of mold the posture to suit your body. Closing the eyes once more, softening the shoulders, the face. Breathing in and out through the nose and just being here. Spend some time now, let everything else fall away. And just spend some time being here. So the attention just drifts back. Feeling into muscles, noticing sensations. Really spending time in the body, getting to know all the little details. Where are you gripping that you may not have noticed? How is that edge feeling? Does your body want you to back away or come in just a little deeper? Is there any subtle tension around the breath? Could you relax the chest, the lungs, the belly, the throat or the jaw to allow that breath be just a little bit more free? Maybe you feel like you want to breathe just a little bit deeper. And you're just enjoying feeling the steady rise and fall of that breath of yours. And we'll take just a few more breaths in this position. Feel each breath rise, each breath fall. Feel the ground beneath you as you walk your hands, your palms back in. And you remove any props away from you that you've been using. And you take the legs out and just give them a little gentle rock from side to side. Maybe quite gentle, maybe you want to take yourself down to the floor. Okay guys, so we're going to take the legs wide now into a wide-legged forward fold. So as wide as feels just right for you. You don't have to stretch too far with this. You can take cushions or blocks under the legs. If you have a little bend, it will feel more gentle. So that's just an option that's there for you should you need it. So sitting up nice and tall for a moment. So just a little bit of yang, a little bit of activity to complement the yin first. So pressing the sitting bones into the floor like you're trying to press the floor away. Crown reaching up, up, up towards the ceiling, leaning forwards, and then relaxing down. Let your spine round, let your head lower. So breathing in and out through the nose. Maybe you have cushions under the backs of the knees if it gets too strong, too sharp through the legs. But the other thing you can do if it's more through the insides of the legs is either take the feet wider for more stretch or closer together for less. Some of you may also want to give the upper body, the neck, the shoulders some support as you drop the weight of the head forwards. So just stacking whatever you're using, whether it's bolster blocks or cushions or a combination in front of you to rest your head into some support. But careful not so much that it takes the stretch away. The eyes close and we simply return to the body. There is nothing else for us to deal with or have to take care of other than just being here. And we use the sensation of the body, the feeling of it, the feeling of the presence of the body, the feeling in the muscles, the sensations around the skin. All of those little signals and details and experiences that we're having within the body, we use all of that as an anchor. So we allow our attention now to just rest with that rather than anywhere else. Continuing to invite the body to soften as you breathe. Becoming more and more surrendered and more present. And of course your mind will wander, so we have to really allow for this dance to happen where we go away and then we come back, and then we go away and we come back. But there certainly is a willingness there to just gently pull our attention back to the body, back to the here and now, each time we wander away. Breathe down into that belly, so as you breathe in, the belly will rise. For a just slightly deeper, more grounding belly breath. Just taking a few more breaths here. Again, pressing palms into the floor to walk yourself back up to an upright position. Stay soft, stay present. Take those knees in. Same again, just drop from side to side a few times just to loosen away that stiffness. And we will come down onto the back So one thing that you can do here is just place a cushion or a roll blanket under the back of the neck. It's just optional. Take the arms out to the sides, draw the knees in towards the chest, and with control, allow these knees to make their way down towards the floor. Now, if they feel, spine feels fine, we can come all the way down. If it feels too strong, we can pause and just get a block or a cushion under the knees, so the knees don't have to come as far. We can take the head to look over the opposite shoulder, maybe drawing the opposite shoulder down a little. We relax into the posture. We allow the thighs to let go, the hips, and then up through the spine, all those muscles along the spine. Just give over to this twist. Shoulders sink back into the earth, the hands are soft, the face is soft. And the breath still dropping down into the belly, nice and relaxed and smooth. Maybe just a little bit longer than normal. And the more we breathe out, the more we let go. And with each breath, we become just a little bit more present. Just a little bit more here. As we observe and notice the details of our moment. So what's here to notice and savor in this moment that maybe you haven't noticed right now? Could be something simple, like the feeling of softness in the muscles, or the feeling of stillness in the body. Enjoying the wave-like rhythm of the breath. Maybe just feeling grateful for each breath in that feeds us, and each breath out that allows us to let go. Maybe you're enjoying the grounding, stabilizing effect of breathing down into your belly, or just the warmth in the room, the feeling of release through the spine. So I want you to learn to really dial into your practice and learn to actively fall in love with it. To really savor the little things that pass us by. Becoming just a little bit more soft than he was. Okay guys, so last few breaths on this side. Use those stomach muscles to draw the knees back into center. And then taking the knees to the other side. So drawing the knees in, letting the knees go to the left. Right shoulder might draw down. Shoulders relaxing back into the earth. Everything lets go again. Just as if the bones are heavy. If your body temperature starts to lower and you get chilly, please do have a blanket over your body. Nurture your body in any way you can during this practice. Breathing through the nose, letting go. Breathing down into the belly, savoring your moment. Sometimes you have to be really present and look for those little details, those little things to enjoy and savor. They don't always jump out at you, so be attentive. Is there anywhere within your body that is ready and willing to let go? Few more breaths here. Maybe you're starting to notice those shifts within the body. The way the body calms, the heart rate lowers, the breath slows, everything settles. And that means you're stepping into your rest and restore mode. Let's draw those knees into center, hug the knees in towards the chest. Take that head back to center as well. Maybe you just rock those knees from side to side a few times. And we're going to come into one final posture here. So coming up in your own way, rolling up or coming to the side first and then coming up. Now you can use your cushions, or if you're using a bolster, you can use that too. And you can place 1 or 2 cushions behind you, which is going to create a bit of a back bend. So you're going to lay back over your bolster or cushions. Feet come together, knees come out to the sides. So depending on the shape and size of your cushions, this may look different. You can place a rolled blanket under the arch of the neck or under the head itself for support. Now you can place the cushions if you have extra ones, or use the ones behind you instead and put them under the thighs to support the hips if this is too strong. And you can take your hands up to rest with your body, down to the sides. Or you can take your arms out in like a cactus arms type shape to stretch through the chest. Some people take their arms higher up, straight above them. Some people even tuck their hands under the back of the head. Breathing in and out through the nose. And this is just a little bit more time to just be here. Curious about your moment. Learning to observe your moment in depth. What little detail in this moment have you missed? What have you not felt or observed or been aware of? Even the feeling of the soles gently resting together. Feeling of the clothes gently moving against your belly or your chest as you breathe. quality of softness in the muscles, or the feeling of the air against the skin. One of my favorite sayings is that life is what happens when you're busy making plans. And the message of this practice today is to stop more often and to notice the moment you're in. That's where life is happening. That's where your life is unfolding. Soften a little more. Breathe just a little bit deeper. Take a big deep breath if you want to. And just let it all go. Feet to the floor, the knees together. And just press your feet into the floor and just lift your hips up ever so slightly. It doesn't have to be a big movement. Just tucking that pelvis in, lifting those hips for a moment, and then bring the bottom back down to the floor, rolling to the side, pressing your palm into the floor and coming up to a seated position, bending the knees and leaning over the legs for a moment. Just take a few more breaths here. Back up to an upright position. You can cross the legs for a moment. Take a deep breath in through the nose, feel the belly. And out through the mouth. All the way down to the end. One more deep breath in. And out. Your palms together, bow your head to your fingertips. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. So I have many more yin practices on my channel, and there are some longer ones on there if you want to experience a full practice with an opening and closing relaxation and a little bit more time in the postures. If you enjoyed the class today, hit that like button and let me know, or leave me a comment. And if you would like to stay up to date with all of my videos, you can hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell, and that way you will be notified weekly when my new content goes live.